elect Danny Rehberg to the United States Senate.
Congressman,
Lars, people wondering about my race can go on DennyRehberg.com. That's DennyRehberg.com, and they can find more about my race and about this very issue.
oh, I understand you. And in fact, this is why it makes me so mad when I hear the president run around saying that he's in favor of using coal, when it seems so very clear, Congressman, that he's pushing the other direction.
He doesn't have an energy policy. He's got an environmental policy. It's very clear. That's why I can't wait to get back and help Senator Inhofe with a comprehensive energy policy that clearly understands that coal, oil, gas, and a little bit of nuclear is what powers our economy today. Certainly we want wind and solar and geothermal and all of the alternatives, but the technology is not there. We shouldn't be putting things in the way of developing our national resources, and Montana has the largest undeveloped reserve of coal in the nation. We're part of the answer for everyone else. Just get government out of the way, and Senator Tester has decided to stand with the EPA as opposed to stand with the people of Montana.
Congressman Rehberg, this very set of rules that the EPA is pushing out is going to close, what, 200 coal plants if we allow it to go through the way the president's EPA has pushed it out?
That's what they say, 200 plants. Right here in Montana, this one plant is enough to light 100,000 homes. So it's like shutting down our entire city. And nationwide, when those 200 shut down, it will raise our utility costs per family as much as 25%. That's not the right direction to take our economy. That's not right for the people of America.
Congressman, what do you say when you run into your colleague, Senator Tester?
Well, we had a debate the other day, and this is what's wrong. You support Barack Obama 95% of the time, and people of Montana didn't like Obamacare. They thought that the stimulus was a dumb idea. It's just spending. It didn't build an asset. And then you turn around and you support cap and trade, which is nothing more than an energy tax that's going to raise our utility costs and hurt our economy in Montana. But he stands by his position. He believes that was the right direction. More government control over our lives, and that's the gist of my campaign. Two separate paths. His was supporting Barack Obama, who's 95% of the time of more government control, or mine is keeping government off the facts. And I coined the phrase, not Occupy Wall Street, liberate Main Street. And I really appreciate Senator Inhofe coming out and helping me with this, because it draws attention to the issue, the problem, and I'm really looking forward to him being the chairman of the committee as opposed to being the top-ranked minority Republican.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Senator Inhofe, tell me this, is there a likelihood that we can get this reversed in the new year in a new Congress, or are some of these changes that are made shutting down certain plans, ones that once you shut them down, the economic costs of putting them back into action are beyond what it would be worth?
It's very difficult to, if you talk to some of the real large coal producers, I have interviews in West Virginia, Ohio, and Illinois. He said that half of them are already shut down, and you can't crank them up again. There are a lot of reasons for that. This election's coming along just in time. So to answer your question, Lars, yes, we can do it, but it's going to be difficult, and we have to do everything we can to keep that happening before the election. Now, after the election, we're going to have a lame duck session, and I would suspect that a lot of these current Democrat, liberal, Obama-supporting senators will be out there. They will have lost their jobs, but they'll still be voting until the 2nd of January. And that's why it's important to get this thing turned around now. Lars, you and I have talked in the past about what he's doing in terms of the military, his war field, his deficit, but not many people realize the cost of over-regulation. I'm looking at this closed plant right now out the window, and we're thinking about those people and the number of these that are all around the country. It'd be nice if we could have all these wonderful green energy things. Someday after I'm dead, the technology may be there, but it's not there today.
Well, Senator and Congressman, the other issue is, and we haven't mentioned it yet, but even with all these green alternatives, like you said, one day they may pencil, the wind may pencil, the solar cells may pencil, But even when they do, the wind doesn't blow all the time and the sun doesn't shine all the time. And in the interim, you need to have backup power, some kind of spinning reserve. And it would seem as though coal, it doesn't come online as fast as gas, but at least you could use it as that backup, because every windmill that produces a couple of megawatts has to be backed up by some other kind of conventional fuel, doesn't it?
Lars, you're hitting it right on the head. This is a great big puzzle, and there are a lot of pieces to the puzzle. And look, my philosophy and Jim's philosophy is we don't want to pick winners and losers. Frankly, that's what they did with their failed stimulus, and that's what they're trying to do with our energy policy. We need a comprehensive energy policy. That's why we worked so hard with the Speaker of the House, John Boehner, to try and create, and I joined, he appointed me to a committee called the House Energy Action Team, HEAT, for the specific purposes of not picking winners and losers, but understanding traditional fossil fuels, alternatives, conservation, and trying to find grants and loans so we can invent our way into the next generation of energy production. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a small business, it might be in the barn or the garage or the university, but the federal government can partner, team up, help some of these newer technologies along. But I'll tell you, you think the Grand Canyon is big, you think of the canyon that will be established if we stop traditional fossil fuels and we hope that the newer technologies take over. That's going to be a very painful period, and it's going to destroy our economy. We've got to get this president out of office, and the people that support him 95% of the time, like John Tester. So, DennyReberg.com. Boy, I hope we'll go on. Check me out. Look up the webpage. Look at what we're talking about, this Correct plant. We've got to try and save it. The only way to do that is change the Senate and have a different president.
Well, Congressman, the only thing I feel compelled to say is I'm not even in favor of the government subsidizing this stuff at all, because I just see, just last week, this wasn't one that even made the national news, but right here in my backyard, they scared up about $5 million out of Congress a couple of years ago and gave it to a company that said it was going to make batteries. The company had never made batteries, and it's based in Europe. It's based in Switzerland and Germany. And last week we got the word, just as I thought, and just as I said 2 years ago was going to happen. The company, went banco, Chapter 7. They'll liquidate what's left, and those millions of dollars just flat disappeared. Now, I don't know if it was a scam, because the company seemed to be very good at getting grants from the U.S. and from the European governments, and they never produced a single battery